toughest things to do in all of college football is win on the road. When you're a ranked team going into a hostile environment, these fans are ready to knock them off course. The Cornhuskers will kick it away to start us off. Here he comes from inside his own 5. The coverage team maintains his discipline, not much doing on that return. So Minnesota's offense will have the football first. And the adrenaline is pumping on overdrive in games like this, guys, and it's crucial to get your emotions under control.
No doubt. In rivalry games, you've got to limit the mental errors and you've got to limit the penalties because those will kill you, Bob.
Breaks into the open. Now they've got a little room to work with. They're out to the 28 with a first down. And the Golden Gophers racing to the line in the hurry-up.
The defense has got to be more physical up front. Don't let them have those running lanes, those holes to break off a nice run, get a first down. And here's the thing, you better reload quick because they're right back on the line to call another play.
Now from the 40, it's 1st and 10.
And how about that? Right after they get the explosive play running the ball, they're going right back to the line of scrimmage for some tempo.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. You guys have both played in rivalry games, so what did you do to keep yourself locked in during that week of preparation, David?
Well, you try to keep your emotions in check, but it's really, really hard to do because a lot of times the hatred is so strong. The emotions are so real. The coaches get super tight, and they start talking about things, Jesse, so you don't just treat it as another game.
No, it's hard to handle the anxiety leading up to those games, not just because of what it means to your season, but because of what the fans are saying, what your coaches are saying, what your family and friends are saying, understanding how important those rivalries are.
He'll get it out to about the 20-yard line, and that's where they'll mark him down. So Nebraska's offense will go to work for the first time. And it was a rough showing last week, and it all started with the quarterback, Jesse.
Yeah, he looked lost in that last game out. I thought the defense did a really good job of confusing him, mixing up their looks and their pressure. So no different today. The defense obviously watched the film, and they're going to come out and they're going to try to do the exact same thing and get this guy rattled. So this quarterback, he has to know what to expect early in this one game.
If I'm his offensive coordinator, I want to get started off on the right foot, man. Get the ground game going. Make it easy because last week was such a disaster. We want to turn the page. We need some confidence. We need some good mojo. First drive, we need something good to happen early so we can forget about that last week.
And after success like that on the bootleg, that's going to change the way the defense plays now. Every single time from here on out, when the quarterback hands it off, they're going to have to leave a defender.
Lets it fly. Makes the grab at the 10. He was smelling that end zone, but they get him down at the 4 after the big pass play.
And how about the big strike down the field? I love when offenses take shots down the field, try to make big plays. Now they're set up in the red zone.
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Huskers!
The best running backs are the guys that can just sniff out the end zone. That running back showed you all of his freakish ability on that play.
And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they finished it off with the score from the 4. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Minnesota has it back, and the Gopher offense is headed onto the field. They really need to find a way to punch back on this drive, already down 14. Finds a little bit of space, gets 3 to the 22. The Golden Gophers want to move quickly.
Defense came into this one knowing they were going to see some tempo. They've got to get the call from the sidelines, get it communicated, get lined up.
Keep it on the ground. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. They'll run play action. That's caught. It's Church. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36.
And as soon as the receiver caught the ball, you saw the quarterback start communicating to his teammates what the next play was going to be because they're now changing the tempo and going fast.
And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Nice job by this defense creating that negative play. That's what all defenses want to do. But look at this. This offense, they ain't scared. Right back on the ball, ready to run another play, ready to make this defense work.
Back to pass, it's Carpenter. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down. And the Golden Gophers will call on their punt team. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. He'll field the punt and take it back. They're able to put a stop to that return right at the 30-yard line. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. To the air on 1st down. Grabbed behind the line. It's McGarry. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense, catching the football.
Makes the catch. It's McGarry. And works it to the 40-yard line. That'll be a 1st down.
Man, a great job by the QB, finding the running back, get him the football where he can do some damage after the catch, and most importantly, get the 1st down.
To the ground with the back. And he's able to shed 1 tackle and pick up pretty good yardage.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
2nd down, they'll go to the air. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and 3rd down is coming.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about.
It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. They bring him down, but that great defensive play might be overturned. Let's see what the call is. And the pass interference penalty is costly, wiping out the turnover. And the Huskers with the 1st and 10. Wants to go up top on 1st down. It's complete to the left. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker. The Huskers can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Wants to go up top. Snagged out of the air. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Oh, they're after him. Catch in the middle, it's McGarry. They'll finally put the brakes on him at the 3. A big throw, catch and run on that one.
You can just see the command this guy has of the offense. He's been picking this defense apart, matriculating the ball down the field. He's now got him in the red zone, close to the goal line. I wouldn't be surprised if they just keep letting him throw it.
Going for 6. Touchdown, Nebraska! Quick strike through the air for the score. That dude's really big. How in the world did they lose him?
Because down here he does a lot of blocking, and you play a lot of man coverage in the red zone. And what do? You peek in the backfield, and you lose the big fella. I don't know how he lost that big of a guy, but he lost him.
14, Minnesota, 0.
On the run from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Use the play fake, now throw. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
And the defense gets a sack, and that's going to be the big determining factor in this football game. A week ago, he only got sacked 1 time. They've already got him on the ground. If they want to win this football game, they got to keep getting after the quarterback.
Got a man, it's Burks. Oh, he's got some space. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. the break, it's Nebraska holding the lead. They came out and jumped on them early in the first. Let's take a break and look at the first quarter stats. First play of the period, first down here. Looking for a gap, it's Burks. And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop. The Golden Gophers are in the hurry-up.
I like this idea by the offense going hurry up here. You just had a very nice run. Let's get back up to the line of scrimmage and go fast.
And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. To the air, it's Carpenter. Under fire. And the defense gets home. Yippee-ki-yay at the 35. And the Golden Gophers will punt this one away.
On to kick it away.
Gets away from one, finds some space. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. Handoff to the single running back. Got the first down and more. Stopped at the 47 after a 10-yard gain.
Well, when you talk Nebraska football, it always comes down to their ability running it on offense. Whether it's the option or whether it's conventional, they've got a long and illustrious history of great running backs, and this guy is on the field for a reason. His vision, his ability to make people miss, run with toughness, he can do it all.
That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. The Cornhuskers with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Fires left. Incomplete. And man, is he lucky to get that one back. Defense that close to an interception.
And this offense has done a good job coming out the gate strong. They've been really, really good. This is the type of play, man, you can give momentum back to the defense, swing it back to the other side if you're not careful with the football.
Now trying to keep this drive alive on 3rd and long from the 45. From the gun, wants to pass. Unloads to the wideout. And incomplete on the deep ball.
I want to give a shout out to the defense there on 3rd down, doing a really nice job disguising their coverage because it looked like they confused the quarterback on 3rd down. Really nice job getting back into that zone and making sure that ball falls incomplete.
Couldn't get away from that cover team, and they've got him down at the 23. The Minnesota offense is headed back onto the field. Nothing but punts as a result of the first 3 offensive drives, hoping this one gets a little more done. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Not a lot of productivity on that last play. They'll try it again on 2nd and long from the 23. Looking to throw, it's Carpenter. It's incomplete and maybe a little too aggressive from this senior trying to fit that one in there. Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Rushes on him, and here's a fumble way behind the line.
Well, ball security doesn't just apply to running backs and receivers. QB's got to keep 2 hands on the ball as well. And they're very lucky after that fumble that the offense jumped on.
The Golden Gophers decide to punt it away. 3 and out and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. And the punt team gets down there and gets the return man on the ground. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. They've had a really productive first half so far, and they'll try to add to it here. They'll leave it with him. He has the first and still on his feet. He's loose down the left side. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Cornhuskers! How efficient have they been as they extend this lead here in Week 5?
Man, I've been really impressed with this offense this first half. Coming in a hostile environment, hostile crowd, man, they haven't given them anything to cheer about. Offense, defense, now up 20-0, and these people are eerily quiet in here.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Boys, it doesn't get much bigger than a couple of top-5 teams going toe-to-toe. Here's the latest on this gigantic showdown.
0.
Georgia is on top, but this is a close game. And, you know, back in the day, you'd feed Herschel Walker and go home. That guy needs to emerge for them today. They're up by 7 over Ole Miss. We will be multitasking today, boys. One eye on that game, one eye on your game. The only way to do it.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. And the Golden Gophers want to pick up the tempo. Quick handoff. Not much there. Picks up a couple to the 22. They've already punted 4 times in this game, and they're about to run the guy out there for a 5th time if they don't pick up the first down here. Fires to the wideout. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. The Golden Gophers will line up to punt it away. They may have to pay him overtime. He's punting for the 5th time today. He was hoping for a little more running room, but they're able to get him down at the 45. The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. They'll try the run. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Man, oh man, the ball carrier was just shut down.
And I tell you what, they need some push up front too, right? They got to move those defensive linemen out of the way, at least create a hole so your running back has a chance. Not there, he didn't have any.
They're setting up the screen. Turning it on! Really putting together a threat now. They get the first, it's at the 37. That was just a perfectly choreographed screen. The line got out on time. The running back had a wall in front of it.
And I think the quarterback did a really good job of selling pass and then kind of dodging the pass rush, getting it to the running back, and then let him do the rest. You got him in space, he'll pick up yards in a hurry.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
They make the stop as he gets it inside the 30 to the 28, a gain of 4. And the Huskers are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Wide receiver comes in motion. On 3rd and short, they'll try to convert through the air. Finds his target down the middle. He'll come through on 3rd down as he's got enough, and they'll mark it at the 23. We're at the 2-minute timeout. They've built a big lead, and they'll try to pile on a little more before the break. The Huskers have it with a 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. He's got him. And the runner is down, and so is the flag. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Here comes the offense on 1st down. They'll go to the air. Throws to the wideout. And he just overshot his man and threw it out of bounds, incomplete.
Bad news on that play, it's an incompletion. The good news is the quarterback knew if his guy wasn't going to catch it, nobody was with that ball landing out of bounds.
And the incompletion brings up a 2nd down for this offense. Fires to the middle. Makes a connection. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line.
Nice job by the receiver on the in route there. And how about the speed? After he made his break, he was able to actually separate a little bit from the DB, helping out his QB on that one.
Caught near the sticks. It's Mitchell. Gets it inside the 5, down to the 4, and it'll be 1st and goal. We got a timeout here late in the 1st half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. This offense has been running up and down the field, and here they are, 1st and goal, a chance to tack on another one before halftime. And how about that play by that giant, that mountain of a man on the defensive front? They've got it down to the 3, now it's 2nd and goal. Tries again to get it in. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line.
And down here near the goal line, you got to be physical. And this guy's proven it today, Palmer. They've given it to him. He's put it in the end zone twice already. I'm going to keep featuring him.
So you know the defense is going to be keying him too, right? Because he's hurting them a little bit.
Just hammer it with this running back again, and he noses his way into the end zone.
I think there were a lot of doubters that wondered how this team was going to be able to handle this environment and whether or not they could find success early in this game. They have proved all of those doubters wrong. They have been dominant in every phase, on offense, on defense, and on special teams, and they are piling it on here early in this game on the road.
The returner will field it and try to do some business. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. Good news, I guess, a lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. Off the play fake on first down to throw. And he is snowed under, sacked at the 7.
Well, I think one of the biggest reasons why this team is finding themselves in a hole here in the first half is this has been a sack party. They can't keep the defense off of their quarterback. They haven't been able to get the ball deep down the field, throwing it with the consistency they want because they can't keep their quarterback standing up straight.
Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. Pressure is all over him, and he can't get it off. Down he goes, and that'll bring us to the end of the first half. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Man, great energy in that building. There always is when these two get together. And a fun first half between these rivals. And how can we begin our analysis of that first half without singing the praises of one of the elite backs in football? Racking up huge numbers on the ground, even throwing the occasional block. This kid is the total package. And if this defense doesn't adjust its strategy, he could be headed towards a career day.
He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. They're starting this drive with a massive lead, and they just want to finish strong. Not a lot of room, but found his way ahead for 2 out to the 26.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. And now let's see if the offense can bail itself out after the 2nd down misfire. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. The Cornhuskers will send out the punt unit. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. He'll be content with the field position, making the fair catch right around the 30-yard line. Minnesota has it back, and the Gopher offense is headed onto the field. They'll leave it with the lone back. He gets nothing, and they keep plowing ahead with the running game, and they've got very little to show for it. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Off play action. Here comes the heat. Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22.
Well, this offense keeps giving up sacks, and they keep finding themselves in situations like this, 3rd and long right now. They don't have many points in this game, and this is a big reason why. It's hard to score if you don't keep the 3rd downs manageable. So moving forward, whether it's running the football in 1st and 2nd or throwing short passes earlier in the drives, they've got to change things up because taking sacks like this...
There he goes. And he scoots his way to the 1st down and then slides to avoid the hit.
And they're going to need a lot more of this to get back in this football game. They're trailing. They're trying to make plays. I like the decision-making of the young man there. Don't force the football. We already got to make big plays. The defense knows it, too. Nice job pulling it down.
And the Heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45. And the Golden Gophers trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Looking downfield, it's Carpenter. Finds his tight end. And And they knock him down. There was nowhere to go. Defense is swarming.
Nice route there by the tight end, making it real easy for his quarterback to find an easy completion.
Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. That's reeled in. It's Lockett. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one. The Golden Gophers send out the punt unit. They're up to a half-dozen kicks today. Wanted to make sure not to give them a chance for a return as it goes out of bounds. The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. Didn't get anything done, 3 and out on their last series. They'll try to find a rhythm here. Using his legs, it's McGarry. Gets it past the first down marker and still running. Makes the stop at the 33, but it's a 15-yard gain. And this set of downs gets started from the 33, 1st and 10. They'll go to the ground. You want to make sure to maximize those types of runs, and he gets it out to the 41. And the Huskers with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Back to pass. Fires to the middle. Just a hair too much on it from this big-arm sophomore quarterback.
And he finally missed one, right? I mean, he's been pretty hot, right? 5 passes in a row. He's been moving the ball around, different platforms, different receivers. Just done a really good job spreading the ball around and
breaks into the open. He's got first down yardage as they move it to the 44.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field. And I think that's something you want to think more about if you're the play caller on offense.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Well, there are a lot of offenses out there that would probably be a little bit more conservative when you've got a lead like this in the 3rd quarter, but when you've got the playmakers these guys have at the skill positions throwing the football, you should keep airing it out, and that's exactly what they're doing now.
The give to the tailback. Got the first down and more. And he's brought down after a nice gain. The Huskers will try to punch it in on 1st and goal. He's looking to throw. Lets it go to the end zone. Into the hallelujah land. Touchdown, Huskers. They'll try to add another to their lead. And he made that extra point, the wet turf, no problem at all. So a scoring drive there of 83 yards. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. Out of the chute, quick toss to the right. A little more space, open up that playbook even more as they pick up the first down out to the 30. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Finds his man, it's Lockett. Got the completion, but nowhere to go as that defense reacted quickly. They had a chance to mull things over. Let's see how they start the final period here on 2nd down. We've come to the end of the quarter, and Nebraska is on top. This has been a complete obliteration so far, as the 3rd quarter stats will show you. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Looking to fire. Firing to the right, complete. What about that move to pick up a few extra yards to the 35?
You just get the feeling this defense is going to make it hard on them, right? They've got the lead, it's late, and they're going to try to tackle everybody inbounds. Offense is going to have to really work for this and be smart. You got to attack the sidelines. You got to throw first downs. You got to keep this thing
intercepted. Man, they just can't get anything going. Nice pickup on the return, but more important, they got the takeaway, and now they're... business.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's past, you're pinning your ears back, trying. Quarterback and DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this D.
Picks up the first down, still moving. They finally get him stopped, and this veteran junior running back comes up with a nice play. From the 14-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Looking downfield on 1st down. Unloads to the wideout. Trying to find the end zone. Huge gain before he goes out of bounds, and now they've got it 1st and goal.
You know, as a coach, you have to love the progression your quarterback has made. After that nightmare of a performance a week ago, throwing 3 picks, he was able to put it behind him. He looks like a totally different player this week.
He's going to lose a yard on that one. Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? Motion from the wideout. Trying to pound it in. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Nebraska. That one ought to give them firm control of this game, and they have gotten things going here, about to move to 4-1. Now they've got a little breathing room. They are in firm control of this game, guys, but you never want to let up in a rivalry game.
Because it only takes one play. We know how much of a factor momentum can be in these types of rivalry games, David, so this game's still far from over.
And this is where my leadership and my experience comes into play. When you got guys that have been through these fires, been through these rivalry games, you know the swings happen quick. Now you got to swing it back your way.
They'll run it from the gun. Didn't find a lot of room. Let's give him 2 out to the 20. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. He'll try to do it himself. It's a fumble. And he was able to get back on top of it. He gets it oh so close to the 1st down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. So the officials take a closer look, and the replay booth will overturn the call. And the Golden Gophers will try to pin them back with the punt. Secures it at the 30. And he'll work his way on the return out to the 35-yard line before he stopped. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect him.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. Fires to the tight end. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the 1st down. The Cornhuskers line up trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. They'll try to run for it. And they'll pick up the 1st down and mark it at the 47. They moved the chains on the ground last time. Let's see if they try to hit him up top. Quarterback making adjustments. They'll keep it on the ground. They want this clock to move. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Well, they've put themselves in a hole. It's 1st and 20. The snap sets up the throw. Release to the back. They're working that left side. Oh, he got loose. He got loose. Almost housed it. Finally dragged down at the 32.
There are a lot of offensive coordinators out there in a similar situation with a lead like this. They'd definitely be running the ball at this point. They'd probably take their starting quarterback out of the game potentially, but not this unit. They are still staying aggressive. They're still taking shots. They're just trying to light up the scoreboard.
They showed great trust in their quarterback right there, and why not? He's had an outstanding game.
An outstanding game, has taken care of the football. Now late in the game, you got the lead. That first down now tells me now it's time to start running the football, run the clock, get out of here with the dub.
We've reached a 2-minute timeout. In all likelihood, they could just run the clock out. We'll see if they want to rub a little salt in the wound. And the Huskers trying to pay off the threat on 1st and goal. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands. That penalty moves the ball back 10 yards. We'll replay the down. The offense knocking on the door. 1st and goal. On the ground, it's Camarda. Snowed under by the defense.
Defensively, with all the space now and spread football, there's so many opportunities where it's one-on-one tackling, and it's really hard to do. It's hard to get guys to the ground that are so talented. That's why defenses have to swarm to the football, get multiple guys there. That's your best chance to not have broken tackles. And I'm a fan of this, man. Run the football, eat the clock. We got the lead. This offense has put together a nice day, man. Like, just balance, rhythm, timing, play calling, everything has worked. That's why they've built this lead. They've had a great day today.
And we have breaking news. They score yet another touchdown.
Points, points, and more points. This offense has had their way. They just keep their foot on the gas, keep putting up points, keep putting up touchdowns. And you know what? This is one of those stats days. You look back and you're like, that guy had 12 touchdowns in the year. Well, 4 or 5 of them might have been in this game.
And he'll bring it back. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Minnesota offense is headed back onto the field. This thing got out of hand on them, but they'll try to finish with some pride here.
And this one was a beatdown, and there's nothing you can do about it because this one's over. Jesse, now we got to start progressing for next week for the rest of this season so we don't let one bad game turn into 2.
Yeah, there are very few teams out there that won't watch game film, but they may want to skip this one. I mean, because it may hurt their confidence. They just need to turn the page and get ready for the next opponent and forget this day ever happened.
There's a long and storied history of great games between these two rivals, and this chapter adds another to that legacy.
Really impressed by the poise by the winning team as well here. They weren't overhyped in this game. They came out, they looked prepared, they were calm, definitely confident. And David, they were able to go out and execute well enough to get this win.
And it's hard in these rivalry games with all the emotions running so deep. Like, you sometimes get overzealous. Sometimes you get too many penalties. It's hard to rein in your emotions, but they did. They kept it in check, and now bragging rights for a whole year.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.